Okay, hi guys, my name is Shelby, and welcome to Voice for the Vanished.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Pause. Before I start this video, I just want to say if you clicked on this video because I said I'm going to tell you about the time I knew a serial killer, just know that I will tell that story once I hit 200 subscribers. I know it seems weird and disrespectful, but it is a crazy story, and I definitely thought that once I reached like a goal like that, I should tell everyone that story because it's just crazy and I know people would love to hear it. So if you want to hear a story about the time I knew a serial killer, please subscribe, please share my channel, and let's get 200 subscribers. Okay, now on with the update on Simone. Okay, hi guys. So today is a update, but it's not an official update. But I still felt the need to make this video because this is my first case. It was my first case. So if you have not seen my first video on Simone Ridinger or Ridinger, I still don't know how to say it. Please check that out because I'm not going to repeat the information. You guys can check that video out. All the information is there. And like I said, this is not an official update, which you're probably like, Shelby, what does that mean? But it's a possible update. So while I was online, I came across someone named Rodney Alka when I was doing the Simone case, actually. And one of the photos looked a little bit like Simone, but I just thought I was crazy. He wasn't in the Massachusetts area, but he actually was. And after I posted my Simone video on Reddit a couple of days ago, actually, someone said, "Hey, this photo looks like Simone." And I was like, wait, I thought that photo looked like Simone, but I thought I was crazy. And they knew more information. They said that he was in the area, different things like that, and other people agreed with him. So I was like, wait, I'm not crazy. That photo does look like Simone. And I hadn't looked at the photo since I had started the Simone case, and now that I'd finished it and I knew more about her and I had looked at her photo while editing and all that, I put them side by side, and holy guacamole. I'll put it side by side for you guys right now. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional face reader. I can't look at someone's face and know that that is for sure them. But in my personal opinion, in my what is it called? In my citizen's opinion, I think it looks a lot like her. This is the photo on the right is Rodney's photo, which is professional, and the one on the left is one that was provided when Simone's missing person case was filed. And obviously, it's not the best quality, but if you look at her nose, I feel like her nose is very, very similar, as well as like her eyebrows and just her general face features. And now that I'm looking at it right now, actually, I'm like trying to convince myself it's not her. But last night, I was shook to my core that they looked very, very similar. And they do look very, very similar. And the fact that she's missing and they're asking for positive IDs on this woman means that I should call. So I did. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you guys think they look like different things you think look like on them and things that maybe are not very similar. Obviously their hair looks like a different shade, but one photo is inside and one photo is outside. But also some people's hair changes shades in summer and winter. No real say to when these photos happened. Um but yeah, you guys let me know. I know that first photo is kind of zoomed in, but that's actually the photo they provided. And when I zoom in on other photos of her face, it's just like too blurry. And I feel like this one just resonates and shows features that are more recognizable. But yeah, let's get on. And whether or not it is her or whether or not it is someone else, it is very important to call and to let someone know that it looks like her because they don't have a positive ID on that woman, at least as far as I know. So I did what any good citizen would do, hopefully. And I was just going to call Simone's number that I actually gave you guys in my Simone video. Well, I did call that number, but when I was looking at the Rodney Alka photos, they had a number to call if you had tips on those women either. So I called that number first, not realizing it was actually a Crime Stoppers number, which, if you haven't realized already, Crime Stoppers, you can remain 100% anonymous, which wasn't a problem for me. I really didn't care if I remained anonymous or not. But when I called and he said, "Hello, this is New York City Crime Stoppers," I was a little bit shook. But yeah, I recorded the calls for you guys, so I'll play them in a second, I guess. Or I'll play the Crime Stoppers one right now. He was super, super nice, and he sent an email out, and yeah.
New York City Crime Stoppers.
I don't know if anyone's called about this, about the Rodney Alka photos, but in photo 20, I like to investigate missing person cases, and to me it looks a lot like a missing girl from Massachusetts named Simone Riedinger. And I just wanted to let you guys know in case no one has called about it. I don't know.
Okay, so it's Simone. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of these. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Alright, spell the last name.
Ridinger.
Alright, perfect. Alright, I'll send an email out. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. Bye. Yo, that was actually really scary. I didn't like that. I feel better. That made me feel better. But I think I'm gonna call Simone's a tip line number as well. That was like really scary. That was really scary. Okay. I didn't realize it was taking me to Crime Stoppers, and I didn't know they would answer that fast. Okay, 508 653 2424. This number is considered old because it's on an old thing, but I'm scared. Okay.
You have reached the Sherburne Police Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. For a dial by last name directory, press 1. For a list of departments, press 2. To speak with the on-duty desk officer, press 3. For the information hotline, press 4.
Sherburne Police Department, Record Officer Bush speaking.
I got this number off of missing persons flyer, and I don't know if anyone's called about this, but I was looking through the Rodney Alka photos, and it asks if you can ID any of these women, and to me, one of the women in the photos, I believe it's photo 20, looks a lot like Simone Riedinger or Riedinger.
Yep.
And
Let me have you, what's your name, ma'am?
Shelby.
And so you saw the photo where?
I saw the Rodney photo just online when I was researching cases, and I've looked into Simone's case for a while, and to me they just look really similar, and I wanted to make sure someone knew.
Okay, let me, transfer the detective.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Call is being forwarded to a Shortell voicemail system.
Okay.
Detective James Godino.
Is not available for additional options.
Hi, I'm calling about the Simone Riedinger or Riedinger case. I've looked into her case for a while. I actually made a video on it, and I found photos from the Rodney Alka photos that people are asking if you can ID any of the women, and one of the women in photo 20 to me looks very, very similar to Simone. Obviously, I'm not a professional, but it's kind of scary, and I just wanted to make sure that someone knew, and you guys can maybe look into it more than I can. So yeah, if you want to call me back, you can. Okay, bye. So I had to cut out that end of the recording because I was maybe saying some bad words. Listen, I have bad anxiety, and calling people just heightens anxiety, and so especially in cases like this where I'm calling someone, it was a scary experience. Okay, I've never done anything like that. Hey guys, so I don't know if I will get a call back from the detective. I was thinking about it last night, and I don't really know why he would call me back, because I did give him all the information in the voicemail I left him, and yeah, it's the next day. He didn't call me yesterday, And I don't know, maybe he just won't call me back. I don't know. I'll let you guys know if he does, of course. But I'm just glad that I told someone. And not only do New York City Crime Stoppers with the Akala case know it looks very similar to her, but also her detective. So if anything comes from it, I will let you guys know. But yeah, that's about it. If you want to know more about the Akala case, you can look into it yourself, or if you really want me to make a video, I will. And yeah, OS, please continue to pray for Simone's family. She's one of the only missing persons. I mean, yeah, she's one of the only missing persons cases that I've covered that I've had absolutely no contact with the family. I think the only other case is Kyle Britton and Monique. Yeah, those are the only cases that I've had no contact with the families. But Simone's case will always be really, really close to my heart, as all my cases are. But she was my first case, my first experience doing any of this. So her case, just in my heart, like, is so close to me, especially because it's such an old case. And I don't know, I just hope that this case gets solved, even if it's not because of my tip, which I'm sure it's not going to be, which sounds weird and bad. I'm sure this is not going to be what cracks this case wide open. I think that people have called before. It's possible that people who have told me on Reddit that it looks like her have already called the police, but I know that one person said they weren't able to. And I just want to say that although I had anxiety calling, it was so easy. I recorded those calls on purpose to show you guys how easy it is to call when you do have a tip, and how simple it is, and they don't ask for your information unless you do call the detective. But I only did that because I had no issues being anonymous. But like I said, when I called Crime Stoppers, if you listen to the call, he didn't ask for my name. He just took my information, took an email, and said goodbye. Super, super easy. And yeah, no problem at all. The detective took my name, and I gave the detective my number, but I had no problem with that. I didn't want to remain anonymous. I wanted to help in any way I could. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any tips on any case ever, call someone, tell someone, please. And yeah, like I said, if you want to hear the story about the time I knew a serial killer, please subscribe, share my channel. I will do it in the most respectful way. I swear, people still had their lives taken, and it's absolutely traumatic. But everyone likes a good story that's terrifying. It's not a good story. It's not a happy story, but it's, people, the bad people out there, the serial killers out there, have families and friends and people who were around them when they were doing this and didn't know. And people like to hear that, even if it's absolutely terrible. But I will be so respectful to the family and the families and the victims, of course. So yeah, as always, if you like my channel, please subscribe so I can keep making these videos. And have a wonderful day. Love you guys.